What's going on, guys? This is Blake here. Today I'm bringing you guys a different type of video. I haven't done one of these before, but this is going to kind of kick off a whole new line of videos that I'm doing. This one today is going to be on Smash Bros. For the 3DS. This is going to be a type of impression video, I guess you could say. So let's just get right into it. If you guys have been living under a rock for the last 24 hours or so, or if you've been out of town, lost internet, whatever, you probably would not know that Nintendo has released to, I guess you could say, the private public, a several codes for the eShop that will allow you to download the Super Smash Bros. 3DS demo early. This is mainly for Club Nintendo status or Platinum status Club Nintendo members, as well as what I just found out on Facebook actually. It seems that Power Up Rewards Pro members from GameStop are getting a few codes in their email as well. So um, that's pretty cool. So it's given a pretty big handful of people the opportunity to play and test out the game a little bit early. Comes with 4 characters in the demo. I think it's more than 4. Let's see: Mario, Pikachu, the Villager, and Mega Man. Oh, and Link. So yeah, 5 characters. So it comes with all 5 of those. Gets you a, lets you, you could get a good feel for the game. Different. They all play pretty differently. Mario's really combo heavy. I'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about how I feel about the game and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna start with the gameplay, of course, since that's most important. I know back in when was it? I want to say back in 2013 when they were first discussing about when they first actually were talking about the game. I should really say like talking about how it's gonna feel and whatnot on the Wii U and the 3DS. I do remember them specifically saying that the 3DS version will run at 60 frames per second. The Wii U version will run at 60 frames per second. However, I'm not sure if it was 3DS specific, but I'm pretty sure it was. I'm not really sure. That makes no sense at all. I'm pretty sure they mentioned something about the assist trophies being in 30 frames per second, which is fine. I've noticed that while playing the demo, absolutely fine. But yeah, overall the game looks great. It looks great on the 3DS. It's extremely smooth. It's definitely running at 60 frames per second, at least from what my eyes can tell. I honestly, the graphics are just fine how they are. I really wouldn't have it any other way. If you like playing with the 3D on, 3D looks good too. I mean, however, I always feel like the 3D you have to stare a little, like stare directly at it, and you also have to like keep your eyes focused on one particular subject if you want to get the full 3D effect. In Smash, you're not gonna really get that often because you're running around the screen all the time and you're attacking. There's just constant movement, so your eyes can be all over the place. So I personally would just turn it off. But if you love that 3D effect, definitely leave it on. It looks great, plays exactly the same amount of frames while you're playing it in 3D, all that good stuff. So the game's definitely looking great on or on the 3DS. I don't have any complaints about how it looks. However, that brings me to my next topic, which is the controls. Now, the controls, I mean, if you look at the 3DS here, we've got one analog stick. And I know this is something that Nintendo is trying to change in the future with the new Nintendo 3DS, which is, I believe it drops November in Japan this year in 2015 for us, as well as everywhere else. But it's not really the analog stick that's the problem. It's actually the size of the entire control surface as a whole. I think it might because I have bigger hands, and maybe you guys out there with you men or women out there with big hands could maybe post in the comments below how exactly you feel playing it. I sort of feel like everything's a little more cramped up. Often when I'm playing Smash or just fighting games in general, I find myself moving my fingers and my hands in general really quickly in order to get my inputs out, dodge, block, whatever you have to do. Wave dash. I don't know if it's in this game yet. I have no idea. I'm assuming not. I haven't seen anything about it yet. Um, but yeah, I feel like the control scheme on the 3DS is a little less fitting for Smash Bros. I mean, it's not that huge of a deal that there's not 2 analog sticks. I mean, that would be great for us C-stick noobs, but I mean that's gonna be fixed with the new 3DS. But it's more the size in general. I feel like it's just the size. It could just be me complaining, but I don't know. I always feel like playing fighting games on a handheld in general always it just feels a little too cramped, which is really the main reason why I didn't buy Street Fighter for the Nintendo 3DS, and it's why I didn't buy Dead or Alive Dimensions for the 3DS. I would just rather play it on something with a little more less cramped control scheme. Even the PlayStation Vita will be fine, but they don't really have any solid games, fighting games in general. So I'm avoid just gonna avoid that altogether. The fourth thing that I'd like to talk about is the character roster. So, spoiler alert, this is the full character roster. In case you guys haven't seen it yet, I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, no Ridley, no Mewtwo. Yeah, I think those are the two characters that people really, really wanted, but they're not in there. But that brings me back to more rumors and whatnot. I mean, somebody mentioned, I don't remember. It was some post that I found on Facebook or something a while back, but it said something, or it was a few days ago actually, or was it a few days ago? Yes, because it was after the game dropped in Japan and people leaked the roster. Well, people were unlocking characters as we go, but apparently, if you connect the 3DS to the Wii U, you'll be able to unlock additional characters. I don't know if that source is reliable at all. It sounds cool, but it also sounds like Nintendo's kind of steering towards the pay to win type of route, which is not really what I'm for, and it doesn't really sound like what they're for either. They've mentioned in the past that they don't want to force their customers to pay for DLC. They want to give them the full experience up front. So I'm assuming that was just false rumor. However, if they do incorporate some sort of DLC in the future, maybe a year down the line, like they're doing with Mario Kart 8, it's not quite a year yet, but a few months down the line where people can purchase additional characters, that would be freaking awesome. I'm not extremely stoked about the character roster, to be very honest with you. There's a lot of cool characters, I think, like, there's the Villager, I like the Villager, Palutena, Rosalina. I play a lot of girl characters fighting games. Don't judge me. Let's see who else. Baby Bowser Jr. That makes no sense. Bowser. Is it Baby Bowser? No, it's just Bowser Jr. I think those are really the only characters that I'm excited to play. No one's playstyle really jumps out to me. Really, I mean, when Brawl was announced, I was really excited about Pit because I don't think anyone played like Pit in Melee. Pit was kind of different, and also he was just a character that I liked in general. Pit really caught my eye. So did Meta Knight in Brawl, but in this game, I just feel like there's nothing that's popping out at me. Like, oh my god, I can't wait to play this character. Messing around with Mega Man and the Villager, since I would say they have to be my two favorite characters in the entire game. I love Mega Man and I love Animal Crossing. Would probably my two favorite franchises ever. So if I'm going to main any characters, probably going to be those two, despite how bad they are. Zelda's still not looking really playable at all as far as competitive play goes. So, I mean, she's there, but she's a cool character too. I mean, she's cool. But yeah, I mean, character roster, meh. I really hope they do decide to add in additional characters via DLC. I know a lot of people got their wish for the whole dog and duck thing, but I mean, they look kind of weird too. But overall, though, I am excited for the game. I won't say that I'm not. It's a new Smash. It's gonna be really interesting to see what comes out of the whole competitive scene for the game. I don't know if I'll play competitively, though. I have the urge to right now. I just have the itch to just play Smash competitively again. Brawl. Let's zoom back. Let's zoom back into the gameplay. Back to the gameplay aspect. Why I'm on the topic of competitive play. So a lot of Melee fanboys were probably really hoping that the game speed would play something similar to Melee. Brawl fans probably wanted to play something similar to Brawl. Well, apparently, from what I can tell, it is actually somewhere in between the two. I want to say it's smack down the middle. So maybe Project M speed. I haven't played enough of Project M to determine if the speed is exactly like the new Smash Bros. But it's definitely in the middle. Which I think it leaves room for both sides, both communities to enjoy this game a lot. Um, so I mean, as far as from what I've seen on the internet and from all the tech people have been leaking out so far, there's no wave dashing or any of that stuff. It's not extremely fast paced to the point where like it's crazy to watch and everything. It's not as fast paced as Melee is. It's definitely slower. It's slow in the air, like Brawl. It's really slow in the air. Actually, it's kind of painfully slow in the air. But I mean, it's air. You're gonna be on the ground most of the time, I would think. Um, but yeah, I think it would. I think it'll be good for competitive play. I think they did a pretty good job on the game, and there's a few things that people are. There's a few tech strategies and whatnot that people are finding out that I think will definitely be used in competitive play a lot. So as far as competitive play goes, I think Smash Four, good job. I've seen a few people play net play while streaming. It's interesting actually. I'll get into that. As far as the net play goes for the 3DS version, it looks like they use some sort of GGPO technology because, kind of like with their netcode, there is no input delay from what people are saying. There's no input delay at all. But when there is lag, it'll freeze kind of for a split second, or it'll buffer and then it'll go back into the game. But while you're actually playing, when there's no freezing, there is no input delay whatsoever from what everyone is saying, which is pretty freaking awesome. Brawl, oh my god, Brawl's online was freaking god awful. So I'd rather have like freezes every now and then rather than like a huge input delay and like huge lag that kind of just drags on. Um, it's great to see that they've gotten rid of that and they fixed it. Who knows? It might be even better when the full game launches. I don't know. It'll probably be even better on the Wii U. I'm just so excited for there to be proper online. Uh, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of good opportunities out for this game when it drops. So I mean, it's a good game to be stoked about. 2014 Smash. Let's go. Let's go. Anyway, guys, that just about does it for me and my rant about Smash for the 3DS. Let me know what you guys think. If you've gotten your hands on the demo yet or a key, let me know what you guys think of the 3DS version so far. Let me know which characters you guys are looking for to play in the most. All that good stuff. So yeah, when the game drops, hopefully I don't know, do some gameplay videos on it or whatnot, and have some good Smash content going. But until then, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Good night.